So my people agree to now. I don't come again today. Wetin carry me come na this question, you understand, when many of una dey ask me whether is it good to buy a house or to rent a house in Europe. I will first of all tell you, in Europe, or you pay rent or you pay mortgage, you understand, or you pay your own mortgage, or you pay rent, or you pay another person's mortgage in form of rent. You getting me? So I will advise you, especially if your plan is to stay long abroad, if you are having family, you understand, if you know you have a retirement plan, because your mortgage is not only for now, you understand, it's for your future plan, it's for your future benefit. So if you know you have children here abroad, or you're planning to stay long here, or you are planning to bring your children abroad, I will advise you that you should try your possible best to get a mortgage, you understand, to buy a house. Nothing like your own personal house, you understand, because the house you buy this year, I will give you an example. I bought my own years back, you understand, at 90,000 euro. Could you believe now they selling it 110? You understand, almost 20,000 euro has added on top. So it's the best investment you could ever plan of in Europe here. You see, houses in Europe here, they are not like houses in Africa. They appreciate with time. Though you are paying your mortgage, and I will advise you to get a fixed mortgage. Like mine, I did fixed mortgage. You understand? So getting a house is the best option. One of those benefits you get is you have your tax benefit. You understand? Tax benefit, by the time you go and do your tax return, your certain tenant at the end, if you are here in Italy, your interest you are paying to the bank, the government pays back some of them. Most of you don't know this. Then the other one, nothing like living in your own personal house. You see, there are some landlords that will tell you, I don't want you to bring some person to your house. I don't want you to have dog. I don't want you to have friends. I don't want you to do this. They give you rules. But in your own house, you live as you like. You live like a king. You understand? You with your children, you live like, you and your children, you're free to do anything you like in your own house. You understand? That is called freedom. You are free in your own house. But in a rent house, in most cases, it's not like that. You understand? Then the other one I will tell you, these houses you see, then the other one I will add, you pay more in renting a house than in mortgage, depending on how many years you've what's it called, you've agreed with the bank. Because I have a friend that pays a mortgage of 350 euro every month in an area where they rent house 700. You understand? So you save more paying mortgage. At the end, the house still remains yours. You understand? Or you go and help other people pay their own mortgage, or you pay your own mortgage. You understand? I don't know if I'm explaining well. So the best advice is for you to get a house. That is the best. To buy a house, that is the best. That is the best advice I could give to you. I know many of you will say, what if I lose my job? If you are getting a loan, let me tell you, you have the opportunity to pause your loan for 2 years without paying. Ask other people that has loan. Nobody knows this. If you are getting a loan, bank can give you, if you lose your job, you can stay a year without paying. You understand? I'm not talking about what is it called, all this assurance, or this one does not have anything to do with assurance. You understand? That is the law they put. If you lose your job, you can stay some years without paying. Go and confirm from your bank. You understand? So put away that fear. So one thing you should know is mortgage is much cheaper than renting. You understand? So when mortgaging or when taking a mortgage, you are investing for a future purpose. You understand? So I also want to add something. Buying a house there's no age for buying a house. You can buy a house at any age you want. If you cannot finish your mortgage, your children will take over. There's what we call generational wealth. We build wealth, you understand? Even if you cannot finish it, your future generation, they can take over from there. Or by the time you are getting old, it can serve as a pension for you. I don't know if it's been said like this. If it start like pension for you, you understand? If you sell them, you say, okay, I'm deciding to go back to Africa. You sell them, then you take the money, then you go back to Africa. You are big, you are large. You understand? But most of us that are sending our money, everything home to build, those houses are depreciating, but you that have invested here, you have things to gain. It is it is unfortunately that most of us, we take all these government houses, you understand, under one benefit or the other, then living this pattern that our children will inherit. If I may ask, why are we here abroad? You understand? Let's try to acquire properties. Let's try to invest here, you understand? So that our future generation will, even if we don't enjoy them, our future generation, our children will not suffer like we suffered before. You understand? Imagine if you have a house, your children comes, they inherit it. Or even if they don't inherit it, you sell it. It's not like living in a rented apartment. You live in a rented apartment, your children grows up, they live in a rented apartment also. Or you think houses you are buying in Africa, your children are going to stay there. Let's start thinking wisely, you know. So it's either you pay your mortgage or you pay someone else's mortgage. The choice is yours, understand? But for me, I prefer to buy a house and pay mortgage than to live in a rented house.